Hello, everyone. So here we go. Let's sink into a therapeutic drawing that I'm getting ready for tomorrow's session. And it's basically bringing back a childlike quality. When the child was a child, riding a bike, playing in a playground with kids, and how one would feel when one would get to the playground and you were literally exposed to not knowing someone. Okay, not knowing someone. So this is something I want to relate in encountering a person for the first time and going out and what you can see right off the bat. Okay, so the first thing to see with one of your eyes, and I'm using the eyes as a symbol, as a lens, not to see the panorama view or to see the three-dimensional place where you're at, but to really see the person, to really see the vibe, the energy of that person. If that person is playful, if that person can lighten up, or that person is real dark, or that person is very insecure. Okay. So the most important thing is to find where here we go into the structuralism that I've been using for active imagination by Carl Gustav Jung in generating an artifact on paper, and I've been using the forming content and the style of Pablo Picasso, where Picasso was for many years elaborated between the self-portrait, and the model and the self-portrait. Okay, so here we have the dynamics of a female and the male, the anima and the animus, and what role does this encounter triggers, right? I feel that when the child is too attached to the mother and the child doesn't want to be adventurous, there you can see a problem already where there's an attachment to the mother and the child doesn't want to go and play and go meet a girl playing by the swing or a boy playing with a ball. So the boy rather stays attached to the mother. In this case, you see that dynamic here where the person is kind of like that. This is a quantum drawing that I start with interlacing, interconnecting, linking until I start finding form and content. Here I have the pizza slice, which is Euclidean fifth postulate. This is the area that we dominate. Right here, I'm aware of my placement. I've done a lot of work in that area. I've been in psychoanalysis for 22 years. So I know where my placement is on the fifth postulate, okay? The fifth postulate would be A, B, C, D, E, F. Here's my fifth postulate. When I walk in an elevator or I walk into a subway cart in New York, or anywhere I go where I take my fifth postulate. That's my own intrinsic domain, okay? That domain was given to me the moment I was thrown into the world, and I became aware that I am in a body and I'm in a space, and that domain has been there. Now with work, and I'm an old guy. Now I have a lot of experience, and I've done a lot of work in Euclidean geometry and non-Euclidean geometry and quantum mechanics. So the pizza slice is kind of the door that would open. Jim Morrison from the Doors of Perception, that would open into your hallway, into your room, into what I've been using now, the Francis Bacon room. Okay, the Francis Bacon room is a non-Euclidean room. It turns into a vacuum of geometry deformation, quantum geometry deformation. Okay, but we don't have that here. What we have here is a first encounter. The person really is kind of playful, but then again, the person is all over the place. It's not a child. The person has a lot of baggage, obviously, from my encounter. And very quickly, you can tell if the person is adventurous, okay? Do they want to do they want to walk on the beach? Do they want to go on a bike ride? Do they want to drive the sports car? Do they want to go on a drive with the sports car, or do they just want to be in a very safe space that they feel safe, right? And very quickly, the person will start revealing what. Very quickly, I figured out that the person came from a single mom, no daddy, um, a very troubled relationship with the mother, and I felt supportive. I listened. I knew that there would be issues with lighting up, being playful. I think relationships, when they start, it's like playing in a playground. There should be an adventurous ability to have fun, keep it light. Don't get into heavy stuff. Don't get into sex talk or relationship talk. But here I have my eye, and making sure that this eye, I'm checking out what the whole energy of this person and how the person dominates their space, right? This eye is what? The eye of the collective. It's a wandering eye. It's like the John Porchard eye. It's a wandering eye, and the eye is basically uh, gathering objectively, not information, but objectively gathering existentialism, gathering existence, gathering material to see if there is a second encounter, a third encounter, etc., etc. But this is a great way to have your boundaries. I call them boundaries, but to have your geometric truth based on Descartes, right? The X and Y axis, but most important, 2,300 years ago, Euclidean postulate, okay? Where parallel lines would meet, but most important, the fifth postulate is right here, bam. This is where the juicy stuff is. Thank you very much for watching.